A tutorial to show you how you can use Microsoft Excel to start exploring your pharmacokinetic data. So here I have some hypothetical data. It's ideal data, so probably a lot cleaner than any of your data will ever be, but just for illustration purposes. So your data will be organized in time, the times that you took your samples, and what the concentration was in the samples at those times that you measured them. You start off by inserting a scatter plot, and you select the data. So we say drug A, for example. Your X values will be your time. Your Y values will be your concentration. And at this stage, we simply say OK. I like to remove the grid lines because it makes it cleaner and easier to see, and we don't need the grid lines for any reason. And once we've done that, we see that the data seem to decay in a nice smooth curve exponentially, which suggests that these data are probably going to fit a one compartment model pretty well. But looking at a curve or data that fall on a curve like this just with the naked eye is sometimes not that easy, and it's not that easy to make an objective assessment. So the next step will be to convert the y-axis to a logarithmic scale, which means that these data will be plotted on a semi-logarithmic scale because our x-axis is still linear, but we are converting the y-axis to a logarithmic scale. Left click, select the axis, left click, and say format the axis. You say that you want it on a logarithmic scale, and here the default is to the base 10, which is fine. You can also do it to the base of the number e, which will give you the natural logarithm. But either way, you now see that your data are converted on a semi-logarithmic scale. You see that your curve now has converted to a nice straight line. And this gives you further evidence and supports your suspicion that these data are going to fit a one compartment model. We can also change the chart types to add a smooth line, which can aid our eye, and if we add that smooth line, we see, yes, the data fall very nicely on a straight line. That's just the beginning, but I wanted to show you how to do this, and you will have a little assignment for this module to plot a data set that I will give you. Thank you, and speak to you next time.